My son is 3 years old, but he doesn't look anything like my husband. My father-in-law, Mr. Leonard Carter, grew increasingly suspicious, so he secretly took my son, Noah, for a DNA test. The results? No blood relationship between them. Furious and humiliated, Mr. Carter screamed at me, even threatening to choke me and my son. Then, my husband Eric hit me yelling, "You shameless woman! You let me raise another man's child for 3 years." But then I pulled out another DNA report, the one showing that Eric and Leonard Carter were not biologically related either. They were both stunned as I gave a small laugh. Looks like it's not so clear who's really not related in this family. When I got Mr. Carter's call, I was working late at Hamilton and Company, Enterprises, drowning in deadlines. His voice came through, nearly a shout. "Jocelyn Carter, you shameless woman. Get home right now, or don't blame me when your dirty deeds go public." Before I could respond, he hung up, leaving me baffled. I finished my work, grabbed my bag, and hurried home. The moment I opened the door, there he was, seated rigidly on the couch. 2 sheets of paper with tightly packed text lay on the table in front of him. I slipped off my shoes and asked, "Dad, what's so urgent?" He sneered and stared at me bitterly. "You really don't know what you've done? Do I need to spell it out?" Frustration began to build. "No idea what you're talking about. Just say it." In the next instant, he slammed those papers into my face. "Take a look for yourself. We really hit rock bottom when Eric married you." I looked down to see the words printed in bold on the report. No biological relationship. The names on the report were Leonard Carter and Noah Carter. I was stunned, only now realizing Mr. Carter had taken Noah to get a paternity test done. Anger surged, and I retorted, "Dad, ever since Noah was born, you've been saying he doesn't look like Eric." I didn't think much of it since Eric never complained. But going behind our backs and taking him to do a DNA test, he's only 3. Mr. Carter ignored me, shouting, "And what's wrong with that? If I hadn't done it, who knows how much longer you'd have kept us all in the dark. Tell me, who's his father? You've had us raising someone else's kid for 3 years. My son's too trusting. If I weren't sharp, you'd have fooled us forever." Trying to stay calm, I explained, "Dad, Noah is Eric's son, and he's your grandson. I haven't done anything to betray him. There must be something wrong with that report." Seeing my denial, Mr. Carter became enraged. He flung his cup onto the floor, pointing at me with a shaking finger. "You're still lying. I personally took him to St. Vincent's Medical Center and watched them draw his blood." "What? You think I faked it? We can go again if you don't believe me." I said nothing, trying to wrap my mind around how Noah could lack any biological link to Mr. Carter. Just then, Mrs. Helen Carter entered, carrying groceries. Noticing the tense atmosphere, she asked, "What's going on here? I just stepped out to shop, and now it's chaos in here." "What are you two arguing about?" Mr. Carter shot back. "You handpicked her for Eric. Look what she's done, letting us raise someone else's kid for 3 years. Where were your eyes back then?" Mrs. Carter froze, her gaze falling on the report on the floor. I saw a flicker of panic cross her face, but before I could react, she slapped me. "Noah isn't our grandson. How could you do this? Our Eric's been nothing but good to you. How could you betray us like this?" Mr. Carter joined in. "Call your parents. I want to know what kind of people